Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Old Golden Chat. Back with another match preview, ready for Wolves fixture against Arsenal this weekend. Got a good friend beside me, and Ali. How you doing, mate? You all right?
I'm all right, man. How you done?
Never better, mate. It's always fun watching Wolves on a weekend.
That's it.
I think we're all predicting cricket scores in.
I don't think you'll be a cricket score. I don't think so.
Do you know what? Honestly, lad, I can't. Even when Wolves were good back in the Nuno days, I cannot remember one game where we played Arsenal and we properly made a dent on you, if I'm honest. You're like the one team out of the big six who we never really managed to get under. I've been to Arsenal a few times, actually. The one time that I think we did all right was, I just remember Morgan Gibbs-White crashing the crossbar in like the 90th minute when it was 1-0, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be a hard game, isn't it, man?
Are you going to it or?
I'm not, no.
No.
To be honest, Saturday night in London at 8 o'clock.
Trains back, yeah.
Man.
I saw something about there's no train back after about 9:30 or something like that.
It sounds about right, to be honest. Well, I think our last 3 fixtures away in London have all been 8 o'clock kickoffs. So this close to Christmas, mate, I'm just not fancying it, to be honest.
No. Do you think you're going down this season then, or?
100%. 100%. Yeah. We're stuck on 2 points. And to be honest, I've had a few Manchester United fans who were kind of worrying about the game with them.
Yeah, I did as well. Yeah, I did. My mate was worried about it as well, especially when you scored. He was going mad. He wanted hammering out. But you're scoring goals. You've done it against Villa. You've done it against United.
I think that's the thing. We didn't score against Villa, and we've only scored 1 goal in the last. Yeah, I think we scored 1 goal in the last 6 games. So it's looking bleak at Wolves. I think the quicker we can get to January and see the identity of what Wolves actually want to buy, will probably let us know whereabouts we're going to finish, which probably ain't going to be very high. Let's quickly roll through Arsenal. Sitting pretty at top of the league at the minute, and they might 15 games in, 33 points. Joint top goal difference with Manchester City, but 2 points ahead.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about Arsenal at the minute? Are they going to go and win the league?
To be honest, it was all going good until we got our injuries, entire back four injured. Even our players that we invested in to be on the bench to come in place if someone gets injured, they've also gotten injured. We played last night, Champions League. We had to have a 16-year-old come on to play in defence. That's how bad it's gotten. And then you look behind you and City are only 2 points behind with a fully fit squad. So it is a bit of pressure because they're on us now. But we just need to try and get through the next week or so, get some players back. And if we beat you guys, then I think by our next game, we should have some players back. So we'll have to see how we get on. But could be our season. It all depends on injuries, mate. All depends on injuries.
Yeah. I mean, I was just going through the form table, actually. And obviously, in the last 5 that Arsenal have played, they've drew 2, won 2, and lost 1. Obviously, that last loss coming to Aston Villa. That was a tough game down at Villa Park. I did watch that one, and it's again due to injuries, isn't it?
We had the injuries, back 4 out. To be honest, it took them till the last minute to score and beat us. But they are a good team, and we're facing them. They're in like the form of the season. But I said to all the Villa fans, they have this phase every season where they be around 3rd, 2nd, and they do really well, and then they start dropping points again and fighting for 4th place. I think it's going to be the same this season.
Yeah, unfortunately, obviously we know quite a few Villa fans between us, and I think they'll be right up there this year. And it's a shame to see them finishing so high when Wolves are going to be struggling down the bottom. Obviously, I've watched the odd couple of Arsenal games this year. Who's the biggest threat for Arsenal going forward? Because you haven't really got that number 9 still. I don't think Gyökeres has really set the ground running, has he?
No, he's been injured as well. Aside from Saka, I'd say Rice or Eze, because Rice goes up. He's been the only player that's been fit for us every single game. He's a threat. Him and Eze, I would say, is going to be quite dangerous. And Madueke scored 2 last night, so he's back on it as well. Same with Martinelli. So there's a few that are all back for the game for Wolves. So it could be any of them. But I'd probably say either Rice or Eze. But I do see Saka doing some damage on Saturday.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. Saka against Wolf or Hugo Bueno, to be honest, absolutely frightens the life out of me. We've got a really fast right back in Jackson Tachua. If he gets the nod to play, but defensively, he's woeful. He's so bad. I can only see it ending one way, to be honest. But again, Saka. If Saka's playing on that right-hand side and he's coming up against Wolf, I mean, I don't know whether you watched us play United, but Mbumo and Ahmad just absolutely had the time of their life, because when you're going against Totti Gomez and Moller Wolf, we've got a captain who doesn't know how to command his defenders. He's trying to watch and man mark one person, not instructing his left back where to go. Honestly, everything looks a shambles at the minute, especially that second half against United. Who's playing up front for you now then if Gyökeres is injured?
He was injured. He's back now. They're giving him minutes. So he started yesterday's match in the Champions League. It's either going to be him or Marino, who scored every single time he's played up there in the last 3-4 games. But he's a midfielder. He's not even a striker. So no idea who's going to start. It could be either one.
I mean, to be honest, they won't have to do a fat lot to score against us,
Yeah.
if I'm being brutally honest. He's owned a goal back.
Yeah, he's back. He's back playing. He'll be starting, I think. To be honest, I think with Wolves, yeah, I think from the beginning when Rob Edwards come in, I think they should have just every game they went to just park the bus, try and nip a goal. You know what I mean? Try and get a set piece, get a goal, and just get draws, and just because if you park the bus, a lot of teams struggle now. You know, even if you come to the Emirates and Saturday, park the bus, we would struggle to break you down, especially, you know, with our players that are out. But I think you lot seem to like get a goal or try going for it quite a lot. I think you should just park the bus. Now that you're bottom, you just need, especially with the fixtures you've had, you know, you've had Chelsea a few weeks ago, you know, you've got us on Saturday, you had United last week. Realistically, those were games that you're going to win. You should have just tried parking the bus, grab a point.
Yeah, I think it was all due down to the fixture list. When Rob
Yeah.
Edwards came in, our first game was Palace. And to be honest, Palace are one of the best teams in the league for me to watch at the minute. And I think parking the bus against them was probably a disaster. I think Rob Edwards, obviously being a former player for both Wolves and Villa, really wanted to go against the Villa. And then it hasn't got going since. I don't know whether I can blame Rob Edwards, to be honest, because against like Nottingham Forest, we were absolutely awful, but the players just aren't playing the way that he wants them to play, which is, as a manager, he's having to, I saw someone say a quote the other day, I think it was our local journalist, say that he has to outlast the players until January, because we literally have nothing going forward. Our £60 million striker is just not firing, not playing well.
Yeah, I like Rob Edwards, to be fair. When he was with Luton in the Premier League, we had a really tough game against him. In fact, they were the last team, that was about 3 seasons ago, to score 3 or more goals past Arsenal. So it's not been done since, and they were the last team to do it in the Emirates. So yeah, I do like him, but I don't know, man. I don't know.
Please
I
don't
don't.
try and give us false hope. We've
You know,
quite that, man. Luton
no,
scoring 3 against Arsenal. God.
we've got an injured back four, mate. I wouldn't be surprised. Everyone's saying, even my mates are saying, "Oh, you're gonna score 5, you're gonna score 6." I'm like, nah, I wouldn't be so sure because we've got the attackers, but defense we may concede. We're very vulnerable at the back, and our last 2 or 3 Premier League games, we're just dropping points, dropping points, dropping points. That's why City have catched up with us.
I mean, I think it'll be an interesting game. I think obviously all Wolves fans are a bit downbeat at the minute. We're having our protests against the owners and everything looks a bit doom and gloom. But like I say, I'm intrigued, actually. I'm more intrigued for the game there than what I have been all week after you said that you've got a lot of injuries at the back. Who have you been playing at the back then recently?
So we've had Saliba and Gabriel out. Calafiori, he was out. Oh, he's him and Duran Timber. Timber's been playing centre back, but he's our right back. So Ben White's had to come in and play right back. He's not played any minutes this season. Our left back, Calafiori, who's been on fire, he's not going to be there for the Wolves game because he picked up a yellow card last game. So we're going to have to put Myles-Skelly left back. So yeah, no idea who's going to play centre back. It's going to either be Timber again with one of our new signings, Hint Sapie, and then right back will be Ben White again, I think, yeah. So I think that's our back four, which isn't even our normal back four.
Still strong, though. He and
It's
Kappa.
strong, yeah.
Move on, man.
It is strong, but they're still a bit vulnerable, especially, you know, Myles-Skelly, because he's not a left back. He's a midfielder and he's only young. So he's going to be played left back. So yeah, that's our defence.
Is there anyone from the Wolves team that you think could get at Arsenal's back line? Is Arsenal's weak back line?
Even though we're a bit vulnerable, I don't think so. Possibly we're a bit vulnerable left back, but yeah, I think we should be all right. I think our main concern, I'm too worried about conceding. I think it's scoring for us is going to be the issue because I don't know if you know, but Rob Edwards and Arteta, they actually trained together for the license.
Okay.
So they done their license, the badges at the same time. So they were in the same sort of school, so they know each other very well. Hence why when he played us with Luton, we struggled both home and away against him. So he knows him well. So I got a feeling you might just come there. You've learnt your lesson from the last few games. I think he's just going to think, come here and park the bus. I do think that that's what's going to happen. So I think it's going to be a game where we're going to try and break you down more than anything. If it gets to half time and it's 0-0, it's going to be a bit nerve wracking because if we drop point in that game as well, especially against Wolves, who are bottom of the league, that's going to make the headlines. Not going to look good for us. And City are obviously going to win this weekend, most likely. Against Palace. I don't think it's going to be as easy game as everyone thinks. But I think if we get a goal nice and early, then we will get the second and third, possibly a fourth, because then by then you're just going to go through yourself, aren't you, if you get a goal. But yeah, it all goes down to that.
Yeah, I mean, I did my prediction on the podcast last night, and I predicted Arsenal 6-0. So
Have you?
yeah, I'm
Nah,
obviously.
you won't be 6.
It's going to be a hard game. Do you know what? I'm more intrigued by the game now that you've said that you've got a few injuries. I think the one. Obviously, we're filming this prior to any pre-match press conferences from the managers.
Yeah.
And the one player who's probably taking the game by the scruff of the neck for us against United was Bellegarde, who went off with that injury.
Yeah.
That's not serious. He might be the one who slots on the right hand side potentially and can try and get a Lewis Myles-Skelly if that is a thing.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I'll put our predicted lineup as well now. So I've very much gone that we're probably going to park the bus. We've got 2 big lumps up top, and then we're just going to see if we can try and ragdoll Arsenal up front a little bit.
Get a set piece.
Yeah. That would be my type of plan. But obviously, I'm definitely more intrigued with some of the stuff that you said about Rob Edwards and Arteta in training schools and injuries.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to the game.
I do think he's going to park the bus, I'll be honest. I think he'll know that's the only way to get something. But then again, he might look at the defence and he might think this is our chance to kind of, free shot go for it because our defence is vulnerable. So it's hard. It's funny saying that they're vulnerable because of how much money we spent on them, and they are good players, but it is a bit vulnerable. But yeah, we'll have to see what happens. I can't predict it, to be honest. But I'd like to say we get a comfortable win. But I don't think it's going to be 6-0 how you're saying, and like how people are saying 5-0. I don't think it's going to be like that at all.
I mean, it's definitely going to be an interesting game. You've managed to somehow pull me from the bottom and sort me up a little bit now. I'm actually like, I'm not confident for the game at all. I'm still going to go with 6-0 because it could be right up there. But that little bit of trepidation from an Arsenal fan kind of gives me just
giving you a bit of hope. Yeah.
Have you got an official score prediction for us, Ali, before we let you go?
Oh, man, I've got a few, but I'm just going to go with a 2-0.
I think every fan would probably snap your hand off for 2-0,
Yeah.
right, to be honest.
What are you going for? 6-0 then, definitely.
I think I'm going to have to stick with you. I've already put it out there online now. But I'll tell you what, if I can go with my heart, I'll go with 1-1. Ain't never going to happen, but I'd love if we got an early goal and then managed to pot the buzz. And
I don't think Rob Edwards is a bad manager. I just think when he's come in, you've had difficult games. That's all I think it is. The teams you've played, they've been in form, they've not been off form. I think that's if you had you're playing someone from the bottom 5, bottom 6 straight after one after another, I think you'd get a few points. I do honestly. I just think look who you've had to play.
Yeah, I do agree. I think from the Wolves' perspective, no one has really gone at Rob Edwards, and I still think it's a bit too early anyway.
Yeah, because he did a lot to leave where he was to come to you. That was a big thing that he done because they were doing really well.
There is signs as well within the game that we're actually playing better football. It's just, like I say, he can only work with what he's got. And until January, he can only work with the sheer lack of quality that we've got.
Yeah.
But thank you very much, Ali, for jumping on. I do appreciate it, my one. Good luck for the rest of the season. Try not to damage us too much. Good luck with your title chances, and it'll be really interesting to see who finishes top of the table this year between Arsenal and City. I think it's a 2-horse race for me.
I think so as well.
I appreciate it, my man. Thank you very much.
Mate. No worries.
Cheers.